What's going on, guys? Welcome to Rabbit's Used Cars. This hit me this morning in the shower. This is where I do my good thinking. You know, wash my hair, hitting all the crucial areas, all my 2,000 parts. Some of the fun ones, maybe twice. But I got to thinking about it. I get probably 20 messages a week at least. I want to get into the car business, or I want to get into this. What do you recommend? What's the first car for a flipper? What's the first car for young guys who want to get into flipping cars? Or what do you recommend to buy first? Or what do you look for in a flip? Or what would you do? What would you do? You. And I try to answer as many of these questions as I can. Obviously, I can't get to all of them. I was thinking about this. I was in the shower this morning, and it's funny. Like, you see all these books and tapes and programs you can buy online, all these late night infomercials. Learn how to sell real estate like me for no money down, and this and all this bullshit. And these guys, you got to understand. I'm not saying there's not good information in some of that, but your results are going to vary. Everybody's different. And I think you got to go a little deeper than a program. I think you need to go a little deeper than, well, I'll follow the way he did it and I'll be rich like him. It doesn't work like that. You got to you can know the steps, you can know what it takes, but until you got the balls to pull the trigger, you really ain't going to do shit. The whole title is Scared Money. And that means a lot. Actually, I know it's a very hood term, but there's a lot of truth to it. And you've got to, it's almost like an onion. There's so many layers to this. And I mean, I'm not going to bore you with an hour talk of this bullshit, but just in a nutshell, what should I do? What should I do? I don't know. What should you do? Scared money don't make money. You got to make a move. And that's the thing. I think a lot of people are so scared to take that leap of faith and just do something, and I'm not saying, go out and do something of no return, but there's nothing wrong with taking a risk from time to time, a calculated risk, because you've thought this out. And you've put the brain time into this. You shouldn't go out and make a dumb move. One of my favorite sayings, you think long, you think wrong. Well, I say that to people that are buying cars, not necessarily take that to life. Like my grandfather. And back to the story of $300, a hope and a prayer. My grandfather started a company. He borrowed $300 on a Mustang, borrowed $300 in 1968, rented his first shop, and ran a business that I still run to this day, 60 years later, because he took a chance. You got to think. This didn't build itself. This channel didn't build itself. Matt didn't gain 30 pounds, on his own. Well, technically he did, but you know what I'm saying. You got to be able to take a risk. I could be that guy with my cell phone. What's up, guys? This. No, I didn't want that. I wanted to make a better channel. I wanted to make good content. I wanted to do this because I had vision. I thought it out. It's like when I first started doing VinWiki videos. Did I really think about doing a YouTube channel? No, I was just helping Ed. Now, and then everybody's like, man, you need to do your own channel. You need to do your own channel. I mean, ever since the first video, people were telling me that. Hell, Ed included. And it's just like, you need to do your channel. But I thought about it and I calculated. And I was thinking in my head the way I want to do it. And now, granted, we've done some changes along the way. But I like to think we hit the ground running. You got to think about it. We got a 100,000 subscriber channel in 15 months, which is all because of you guys. And that's awesome. And I love you all, including the assholes in the comments. You can't be scared to take that leap and do that. Probably one of the funniest things I ever heard. There was a comedian years ago, and I'll be honest, I can't remember his name. And we're over here telling jokes. He's like, hey, I don't know if I need to tell this set or not. I'm like, he's like, wow, man, it's funny. Why don't you want to tell her? He's like, I don't know. And he goes, remember this. Every day you wake up, you get another chance to f it all up again. I might have been a little drunk when he said that, but that has stuck with me. You can't be scared to make a move. I mean, you got to put thought into it. Do your homework. You can't be scared. You know, who opens up a collector car lot in the middle of a damn pandemic? It's doing great. Can't keep cars. That's because I refuse to lose. And I know what you're going to say. You roll your eyes when I say that. But this is the thing. You technically have never lost till you give up. You might have some setbacks. You might have some bumps in the road, but you haven't lost till you just quit. And then sometimes you need to quit. Sometimes it's losing things. It's a bad idea. You revamp, start all over. Go on something else. You got to be able to play that hand all the way through. It is a lot like playing cards. Do you know how many times I've been sitting at a poker table and been playing cards and you get dealt 2-3 offsuit and you're like, I can't do shit with this. And you get pocket aces, you're like, hell yeah. And then, the flop and there's nothing, you got my pair. But you get that 2-3 offsuit, you're like, you just get that little gut feeling, you're like, oh, we'll limp in. And next thing you know, 2 3s come out. Then in that, you get sometimes the things that you don't think will be great moments, but just because you just see what it does. That little risk. You could have held on to your blinds and you might have been up a little bit. Well, now you're going to take everybody's money around you with a 2-3 offsuit. So that's a lot of that. And I love entrepreneurship, real entrepreneurship, not the bullshit like most of the guys on the internet are, but like real entrepreneurs, like pays taxes and shit, entrepreneurs, not self-proclaimed ones on Instagram. But that's something that you can't be scared. You can't be scared to diversify. You can't be scared to step out of the box. You can't be scared to put your spin on another idea. You can't be scared to just take a chance. I mean, you got to think back to other things, times I took chances. You got to think about the first time I grabbed a mic in a comedy club, open mic. Do you really think I would be telling jokes and telling you guys about all the crazy stories doing stand-up comedy? No. Just went there, did my thing. Didn't think nothing about it, what it led into. Got friends that are traveling comics. I mean, I got friends that I made in comedy to this day still that I talk to daily that are doing phenomenal. And we laugh about all the experiences, and they laugh about me being, friggin' YouTube guy. And, I make fun of them because they play shitty comedy clubs, but you can't be scared to take that risk, whether it's a talent thing like telling jokes or playing guitar or selling cars or opening up a cleanup shop or anything. There's so many ways to better your life. Not make money, better your life. And that's something that I'm probably going to close this with. There is nothing more rewarding in this world. I'm 42. Well, God, I'm getting old. I'll be 42 years old at the end of this month. And I want to tell you something. I've seen some amazing shit. I've seen shit that will bring a tear to your eye. Just straight out, best word to describe it is majestic. Probably the most rewarding thing I've ever seen in my life is something that started from nothing, take off. Whether it be a YouTube video or a channel, whether it be a car lot, diesel truck shop, whether it be, Matt the camera guy getting fat. You see where I'm getting at, because it's you. And you made it. It's kind of like that chef making the perfect meal from scratch. No canned biscuits here, kids. going into business, taking that step, just taking that little leap and got this flip. I made a little bit of money, and I made this flip. I made a little more money. It went from a side hustle to a full-time job, and you work for yourself. And I'm going to tell you something. There's a lot of people, and I tell you, it was told to me like this, and it's a little crude, but it makes sense. There's leaders and followers. And the way it was described to me is like this. There's a big difference between the man that signs the front of the check and a man that signs the back of one. Keep that in mind next time you're like, I don't know if I should do it or not. I hope it burns at you till you do it. Guys, we'll catch you next time at Rabbit's Used Cars. And all this bullshit. And all this bullshit. A calculated risk. Was that right when I say calculated? Is that calculated? A calculated risk. You know, but